What's up, YouTube? Greetings to the world. Somebody hit that theme music. Welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, Wolf King. Everybody give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we have updates on the Waffle House terrorist who recently shot up a Waffle House in Tennessee and killed 4 innocent people. He was caught today. ABC News reporting. Let me just get the link up there. Do we have the camera? All right. Yes, we do. All right. Let me just screen share. Okay, we got it now. Playing the clip.
And see where the suspect in that deadly Waffle House shooting is finally in custody, captured after a day and a half on the run. ABC's Ariel Reschiff is there in Nashville. And Ariel, he was armed when police finally caught him.
That's right, Michael. That suspect was caught with one of 4 guns authorities knew he owned. It was a dramatic end to a desperate 2-day search.
Oh, yeah, by the way, this guy reported to be a sovereign citizen terrorist, so just a tip there. He's sovereign citizen.
That takedown happening less than 1 mile from this Waffle House, the scene of that deadly rampage. A towering quadruple murder suspect shuffled into jail, captured after a 36-hour manhunt that terrorized a community. A tip from a citizen leading to the arrest. 29-year-old Travis Reinking cornered by a swarm of officers, cuffed in the woods behind his own apartment complex.
Detective Williams drew down on the suspect. The suspect proned out. He told him to get on the ground. He got on the ground immediately.
Reinking, seen here in this video feed from court, charged with 4 counts of criminal homicide.
Do you have any question about your charges or your bond?
No, I don't.
Police say he was found with a backpack and a semi-automatic handgun with ammunition.
When he was caught, he did have a maroon shirt, dark jeans, and a black backpack with, again, a silver Kimbrough semi-automatic weapon.
Reinking had been on the run since the Sunday morning massacre at this Waffle House just outside Nashville. Police say he showed up wearing nothing but a green jacket, opening fire with this AR-15, killing 4 people before being tackled by patron James Shaw Jr. as he attempted to reload his rifle, then taking off. Grief and anguish for those lost. 23-year-old Aquila Da Silva, an aspiring rap artist. 21-year-old DeEbony Groves, a Dean's List Belmont University senior studying social work. 29-year-old Teron Sunderland, a longtime employee of Waffle House. 20-year-old Joe Perez's mother saying his family is shattered, asking for prayers. And today we know that 2 of the victims remain in the hospital in stable condition. Reinking is being held on a $2 million bond in a maximum security jail. Michael?
And
That's good. No details about him being mentally ill or having premeditated, but that those details still are emerging.
Ariel, we're hearing that the shooter's father could also face charges.
That's right, Michael. We know that in 2017, Reinking's guns were seized after he was arrested by the Secret Service. Those guns later transferred to his father. He allegedly then gave them back to his son. Authorities now looking into the actions of Reinking's father. Michael?
All right, Ariel, thank you so much for that report.
Okay, so that's the whole of the ABC. Oh my God! Let me just. Sorry about that, folks, but yeah, that is the totality of the ABC News clip. I also have something else to show you in reference to what we just seen here. This report is apropos to this sovereign citizen phenomena. Okay, this is the START National Consortium for the Study of Terrorism and Responses to Terrorism. sovereign citizen movement perceived as top terrorist threat. The new study assesses top threats preparedness among law enforcement. The sovereign citizen, Islamist extremists, and militia patriot groups are perceived as by law enforcement agencies to pose the greatest threats to their communities, according to a new START study. Sovereign citizens were the top concern for law enforcement. Assessment about whether most groups are a serious threat actually declined, but yeah, it seems that these anti-government groups, they seem to be the sort of like the main objective of concern for this community. In fact, I remember reading a study that not a study, but a report to this talking about these sort of individuals, these anti-government people who don't identify with the strict laws of this country. They say that they're the worst individuals that society has to offer. And I have to agree. I mean, the way these people work, their whole mindset of not identifying with the actual citizenship of the country outside of the sheriff of their local town, they act like they're still in the world of pre-American government, like before 1776, right? They act like they're still fighting for their independence. They're still fighting it back against Great Britain. The problem is that time has long since passed. We're in the age of 2018. You know, these people, like a lot of them, when they say that they don't identify with these specific laws to law enforcement, you know, anytime they get stopped, there are two possibilities. Either they're crazy or they're just trying to get over in these particular situations. And it's really disruptive to public life. I actually remember listening to these two people talk about not identifying with the United States government, and it was in regards to like this law about their house. Actually, let me play the clip real quick. I got time. What was it that Moore situation? Okay. Just so you get my point.
And I am recording too, as well. Are you okay with being recorded, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm looking at one of the reports that you have submitted.
Okay. With what? Which one?
On this way, we didn't even have this conflict of interest.
So it's now 5:06.
Yes, sir.
On Thursday, the 29th of March, 2018.
Yes, sir.
And we are speaking with the SDNs. Is that your name?
No, we're right now at this point at Alma Rocks.
Your what?
Alma Rocks. We changed our name. If you were to look through your system.
Submitted on your complaint form.
Yeah, that's my slave name.
More?
We own that fictitious
We're
name.
more,
We're actually
and
more.
we're the owners of that petition, those fictitious names.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out who I'm speaking to. Who am I talking to?
You're speaking to more.
Okay,
The
so
owner
you
of
complaint, right?
the fictitious names they're on the reports.
The fictitious names are what you go by, though, in life?
No.
No, in real life we go by Moors, and we go by our Moorish names.
That's how big it is. Because we own that name.
Because we own that name, sir.
Okay, anyway.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay. You have this complaint, and you can show it on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole thing about fictitious names and you know having like a personhood that's separate from the United States government, the whole thing is just retarded, honestly.
Name on the bottom there.
Yes, it is.
Copy this when we're done.
Yes.
You're alleging that I have committed home invasion.
Yes, sir.
Have I ever been in your home?
Sir, you went to search my property after you were looking for her while I was in jail.
You've been to my father's
1725 38th Street, right by the hospital, sir. I had my neighbors, when I put the videos online, they came out and said, oh, yeah, you've been here.
And this is based upon my own brother telling me that you went to his.
Because I can tell you right now, I will farm on your. I've never been to your house.
You haven't spoken to Vladimir Talisma?
Sir,
okay, it's okay. I got it on a recording where he's spoken to you because he has your name and everything. Where he said the detective.
Yeah, this was just an example, but yeah, these people, you know, like, yeah, they're a composite of them. They're either delusional, they suffer from some kind of mental illness or like some kind of schizophrenia, or they they legitimately know that this is bullshit, and they are trying to scam like law enforcement or certain business entities, what have you. It's really bizarre how this movement sort of like arises. I understand that we have a lot of freedom in this country. We have the ability to, give meaning and shape to our own lives in how we choose to, conduct ourselves to some degree. That being said, these are sort of like the benefits of civilization, right? To come up with a whole script with some whole kind of worldview which revolves around neglecting the price of civilization by ignoring it, by making it seem like it's not real. These people are like the other kin of politics. Like, I've been looking for for an analogy to describe these people. They pretend that it doesn't exist, and pretend that they could just keep going on living their lives and acting like these barriers that make society thriving and productive don't exist. And as a result, we keep seeing these people either being locked up, making spectacles of themselves, or in the most extreme case, committing terrorist attacks. And that's the reality of the situation. The surveys say that these people, they are the top concern for law enforcement when it comes to the domestic terrorism, and the sovereign citizen movement is higher in risk of terrorist attacks than the Islamic extremism. And I actually remember the New South Wales police force in Australia making an issue of sovereign citizens, viewing them as a potential terrorist threat as well. So, yeah, this is a very serious issue, and I honestly feel like we need to, as a society, pay more attention to this issue of domestic terrorism, because it's becoming a bigger problem. I know we talk about foreign policy and making sure that we take down we take down like foreign enemies and all that, but we need to focus on in-house like concerns as well for the stability of our nation. I think that's more important. I think that's a big lesson that we have to learn from what this Waffle House situation occurred, and also to deal with gun control, man, because this whole thing is just way too easy. I mean, if it wasn't for that guy tackling that dude down, that crazy guy down, like I can only imagine he would have killed more people. I mean, it's just insane. There needs to be some kind of change, and there needs to be some kind of psychological like study done. There needs to be more data gathered on how these people like arise, how they get into this mindset. Because it's estimated by the Southern Poverty Law Center that approximately 100,000 Americans around 2010 identified as hardcore sovereign believers, with another 200,000 just starting out by testing sovereign techniques for resisting speeding tickets to drug charges. So, I mean, this whole thing is, it's just one big scam. It's just excuse to get over on mainstream society, and it's at the risk of like the majority. That just needs to be reined in. There needs to be some kind of filter for these kind of people to be contained. But that's my 2 cents for now. I'm gonna be looking more into this story as it progresses. But that's the totality of my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by there to know. And peace out. Take care.